visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Last class discussed about some drawing process. What are all different types of tube drawings and how to design the. Hello. Hey, Praveen, switch up your unmute your mic. Praveen. Praveen. Okay. What are all parameters are required to design the drawing dies? Okay, there are four different stages are there: entry, approach, land, and back relief angle. Okay, these four stages are four parameters are required to design the all drawing dies. Okay, today we are discussed about some rolling process. Okay, how to reduce the thickness of the any component or how to increase the length of the component or sheet. Then what are all parameters are required to design the rollers. Okay. Okay, first introduction, what is mean by rolling process. Okay, rolling is a metal working process in which the thickness of the material is going to be reduced by compressive forces exerted by the two rollers rotating in opposite in direction. Okay, in rolling process we can reduce the thickness of the any sheets. Okay, that particular sheets are introduced in between the two rollers. Okay, due to compressive forces of the by two rollers, the material is going to be reduce the thickness. Okay, the here both upper roller is there, bottom or down lower roller is there. Okay, both the rollers are rotated in opposite in direction. Suppose the lower roller is rotated clockwise direction, the upper roller is rotated in counterclockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Okay, due to opposite in direction, the material is easily pass in between the two rollers. Automatically the thickness of the sheet is going to be reduced. Suppose this one 20 mm thickness of sheet, that one converted to 10 mm thickness. How to convert to 10 mm thickness? Okay, the distance or the gap between the both the rollers are very important. Depends upon the thickness, you can maintain the gap between both the upper and lower roller. In that time, automatically due to compression of the material, the material thickness of the material is going to be reduced. Okay, here both upper and lower rollers are flat surfaces. Okay, throughout the length of the roller or circumference of the roller is the flat surface. Okay, due to flatness of the rollers, the sheets are going to be, the surface finish of the sheet also going to be flat. Okay, like that the material is reduced their thickness. Okay, here we can convert it to like a square type and rectangular type and L shape, I shape sheets also going to be converted. Okay, here compressive, once the compressive force is acting on particular sheet along the lateral direction, the material dimension so is going to be reduced. Along the longitudinal direction, the material dimensions are going to be increased. Okay, longitudinal direction and lateral direction. Longitudinal direction means along the length of the component, this particular x direction is called as a longitudinal direction. Opposite to or perpendicular to the longitudinal direction, this particular direction or y direction is called as a lateral direction. Okay, here the due to rollers, the compressive force is acting on work material. Okay, along the lateral direction, the material dimensions are going to be reduced. Along the longitudinal direction, the material is going to be dimensions of the material is going to be increased. Okay, suppose you can apply the tensile force along the this one along the loading direction, the material dimensions increased. Up perpendicular to the loading direction, the material dimensions are going to be reduced or decreased. Here, due to rolling forces, okay, the compressive force is acting. Okay, the due to compressive force, the thickness of the material is going to be reduced. Okay, here rolling rotations are very important. Both the rollers are rotated in same direction. In that time, very difficult to reduce their thickness. Difficult to pass the workpiece material in between two rollers. That's why both upper and lower rollers are rotated in opposite in direction. Then only you can easily convert it to the design shape and size. Okay, the gap between the both the rollers is very important. Okay, already I told example best example for this rolling process. Which one is best example for rolling process? Hello, audible.
Yes, sir.
Which one is the best example for rolling process? They can prepare this one ಕಬ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಕುಡ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ
ಹೌದು ಸರ್.
ಕುಡ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕಬ್ನ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಟೂ ರೋಲರ್ಸ್ ತಾನೆ that one threaded rollers. Okay, but this one flat rollers. Okay, thread rollers introduce ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಕಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅದು ರಸ ಆಚೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Yes, that is the best example for roller. Okay, like that they can maintain the gap between both upper and lower rollers. Okay, suppose you can maintain the gap between both 10 mm, but the thickness of the this particular sheet is 5 mm. In that time, very difficult to reduce their thickness because here the gap is maximum compared to the workpiece thickness. Always the gap is less than the workpiece thickness. Then only the material is going to be reduced their thickness. Okay, this one call it as a rolling process. Some important terminologies are used in rolling process. Okay, which one is bloom, slab, okay, billet. Okay, which one is called it as a bloom, slab and billet. Here bloom nothing but bloom always is in square in cross section. Okay, that cross section is 150 mm into 150 mm or more than 200 or 200 mm. Okay, like that we can consider as a bloom. Okay, 150 mm length and 150 mm width. Suppose you can consider 200 mm width and 200 mm length of the component. That components are called as a blooms. Okay, blooms always is in square in cross section. The length and width of the component or material more than 150 mm into 150 mm. Okay, you can consider 200 width and length, 300 width and 300 length. Okay, like that, that type of components are called as a blooms. Then slab. Okay, slab nothing but it is the ingot from an sorry, it is rolled from the ingot of blooms. Ingot nothing but this particular blooms are introduced in between two rollers. In that time automatically the square is converted to rectangular. Either the thickness of the component is reduced. Okay, 150 mm thickness is reduces to 100 mm. In that time the thickness of the rolled product is 100 mm, then width is 150 or 200 mm. That one converted to like a rectangular. That particular rectangular component is called as a slab. Okay, slab always the thickness is less than the width of the component. Okay, that one call it as a slab. Okay, bloom nothing but both thickness as well as the width is equal dimensions. That type of material is called as a bloom. Okay, always the bloom is introduced in between the two rollers. Due to compression of the two rollers, the material thickness is going to be reduced. Okay, that particular material is called as a slab. Okay, the slab is also called as a rectangular cross section material. Okay, once reduce their thickness, automatically the width of the component is going to be reduced and the length of the component are thickness is reduced, width is increased. Okay, that rectangular cross section is of the material is 250 mm width. Okay, this one year to year, this one call it as a width. The 150 mm is going to be increased 250 mm width. Then the thickness of the material is going to be reduced either 100 or 50 or 40 mm or more. Okay, the type of components are called as a rectangular cross section component or slabs. Okay, next one, billet. Okay, it is rolled from a bloom and is square in cross section with the dimensions 40 mm on a side or more. Okay, this one billet nothing but this one rolled product from the blooms. Okay, this particular blooms components are introduced in between the two rollers. Finally you get a desired shape and size. That particular cross section is more than 40 mm both the thickness as well as the width. That type of components are called as a billet. Okay, billet is different, slab is different, bloom is different. Okay, all are introduced in between two rollers. Due to compressive force, the material is going to be reduced their thickness. Okay, either that one converted to rectangular shape, that one call it as a slab, that one converted to billet. Sometimes they can convert it to billet. That dimensions of both width and thickness is more than 40 mm. That type of components are called as a billet. Okay, blooms cross section, square cross section, that one more than 150 mm width and 150 mm thickness. For billet, that one also same square cross section with more than 40 mm both width as well as the thickness. Okay, here I will show which one is bloom, which one is billet. See here in this diagram, visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this type of blooms are converted to some eye section. Okay, how to convert this eye section? This type of blooms are introduced in between the two rollers. Okay, in that time, top of the bloom and bottom of the one roller they can introduce. Two more rollers are introduced, both right and left side of the component. Okay, or they can use some dies. Okay, due to compressive force of the rollers as well as the due to right and left side of the blooms, two dies they can use it. Okay, due to these dies and rollers compression, the material is going to be converted eye section slab. Okay, sometimes they can manufacturing eye section railway structures. Okay, this one is structural slabs. The blooms are converted to structural slabs. Sometimes the blooms are converted to railway structures. Okay, here the both in structure shapes both top and bottom of the eye section, the tops and bottom of the eye section, the flat surface is present. The type of component is called as a structural shape. But railway, see here, railway structure is different. Okay, this one flat surface, this one tapered in shape. In that time, the rollers are designed according to this particular shape, both top and bottom of the component or material. Okay, suppose here the bottom of the component like a flat surface, in top surface the like a tapered in or curved in shape. Here bottom, the bottom roller is manufacturing flat surface. In top roller they can manufacturing like a curved in shape. According to this particular shape they can manufacturing the roller. Okay, finally you get desired shape and size. Okay, this one always the blooms are converted to structural shapes and railway structures they can manufacturing. Then second one, slab. Okay, this one square in cross section, this one rectangular in cross section. This particular slabs are converted to some plates and sheets. Okay, because of thickness of the slab is very less compared to the bloom. Okay, that's why this one easily they can convert it to some plates and sheets. Okay, how to convert this particular sheets by using slabs. This particular slabs are introduced in between two rollers. Both the top and the bottom of the rollers are flat surface. Once the material is introduced in between the two rollers, due to compressive force, the material slab material is going to be converted to plates and sheets. Okay, the plates and sheets, the thickness of this particular sheets and plates less than this particular slab, then only that one call it as a plates and sheets. Again, this particular sheets you can convert it to some coils. Okay, this particular plates and sheets are converted to coils. This particular thickness of the coil is less than the plate and sheets. Then only that one call it as a coil. Okay, this particular plates and sheets are very difficult to fold or bend, easily bend, but very difficult to curl or fold. But this particular coils are very easily curled or fold. Okay, because this one coil thickness is very less compared to the slab and plate and sheets. Okay, that slabs are converted easily converted to plates, sheets, and coils. The blooms are easily converted to structural shapes and railway structures. Then last one, billet. This particular billet is because here the dimensions of the billet, this one square in cross section, side view. Once you observe from side view, this is the square in cross section. The thickness and width is equal dimensions. Okay, length of the billet is longer than the this width and thickness. Okay, this one billet. This particular billet. Any doubts? Hello, audible?
No, sir. No doubt.
Okay. These are all plates, rods, sheets are easily manufacturing by using rolling process. Okay. Blooms are rolled into a structural shapes like a rails or railroad tracks. Okay, this one is the for railway tracks, that one like a I section in shape. Okay, I section. Once you observe in railway tracks, okay, top of the track is like a curved in shape. Okay. Then billet are rolled into bars or rolled into bars or rods. They become a raw material for machining. Where that particular bars and rods are further manufacturing for wire drying, forging, extrusion process they can use it. Then slabs rolled into plates, sheets, and strips. Art rolled plates are generally used in shipbuilding, bridges, boilers, welded structures for various heavy missions and many other products. These particular plates they can use it for plates and sheets are used for some bridges, some boilers, some welding components they can use it, both plates and sheets. The important advantages of cold working sheets. Okay, the important advantage is that the surface of the cold rolled sheet does not contain scales and scales. What is mean by scale formation? You go for art working process due to heat. Okay, on top surface of the component or any material, some white color formation is present. Okay, that particular white color formation is called as a scale formation. Okay, scale formation due to why that, what is the main reason scale formation present in artworking process? What is the main reason? Anybody any idea about scale formation? Yes or no? Hello? Hello? Audible? Hello? Audible or no? Audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Scale formation. What is the main reason the scale formation present in artworking process? Because of the raw material. Okay, due to atmospheric temperature, some dust particles are present on top of the surface. Okay, due to atmospheric, some oxidation is present. Okay, due to atmospheric, the material, raw material is going to be corrode. Okay, same raw material is used to used in art working process. Due to that particular heat, the dust particles and corrode chemical corrode process is present. Okay, due to heat, that formation is come out from that particular material. Okay, that material is in white in color. Okay, that particular white color is called as a scale formation. In cold working process, there is no problem. Okay, the dust particles and corrode particles present in material only. Okay, because of atmospheric temperature, the material is rolled in between two rollers. Okay, there is no scale formation present in cold working process because the raw material is corrode in atmospheric temperature only. The process or operation is performed in cold operation only. Due to cold formation or due to cold operation, there is no scale formation in that particular any material, but in art working process the scale formation is present. Okay, later the cold working sheets are used for stampings, exterior panels and other parts used in automobiles. The always the sheets are the applications of sheets. Okay, the sheets are used in some panels, external panels. They can used like some sheets. That one best one example. One more example, in automobiles. In automobiles, both inside and outside of the vehicle, they can use some sheets. Some other applications of sheets in aerospace also, they can use sheets. Household appliance industries. Okay, these are all some applications of sheet. Then this one not required any formulas because not there in our syllabus. Then this one very important. This one roller, upper roller, this one lower roller. In between the two rollers, the material is introduced. Okay, due to compressive force of these two material, the material is going to be compressed and reduced their thickness. Okay, here compare here both top roller as well as bottom roller contact is very important. Here this only small portion of the contact between the roller, both roller as well as the raw material. Here also same, only small portion of the contact between the lower roller as well as the workpiece material. Okay, due to this particular smaller contact, this particular portion is called as a length of arc of contact. Okay, only this particular portion is called as a length of arc of contact between both roller as well as the workpiece material. Here both the rollers are rotated in opposite in direction. Here this one, this roller radius and bottom roller radius both are same. Okay, capital R nothing but radius of roller, then P nothing but roller pressure. Okay, due to this particular length of arc of contact, the roller force or roller pressure is acting towards downward direction. In bottom roller, here due to this particular contact, the force is acting towards upward direction. Here both top and downward direction force, the material is going to be compressed. Then roller speed also very important. You go for higher speeds. Okay, in that time very difficult, the material is compressed. In that time very difficult to maintain good surface finish. Okay, you go for a lower speed, the material is you can maintain good surface finish after completion of rolling process. What is the main reason that in higher speed you are very difficult to maintain a good surface finish means once the rollers are rotated in higher speed, the material is suddenly compressed. Okay, once suddenly compressed, some amount of material or some amount of load or force or energy is stored in that particular compressive material. Once that one rolled component is moving in between the two rollers. In that time, stored energy is suddenly released. In that time, very difficult to maintain good surface finish. You go for lower speeds, the rollers are rotated in lower speed, the material is compressed slowly. In that time, only less amount of force or energy is stored in that particular body. After compression of this particular material in between the two rollers, again that one moving towards rightward direction. In that time, only small energy is released. In that time, the material is elongated only small portion. Okay, in that time, compared to higher speed, you can maintain a good surface finish in lower speed. In higher speed, the material is suddenly compressed, then suddenly elongated. Okay, suppose here in this particular point, the material is maximum amount of energy is stored, suddenly released means this particular portion, the material is elongated towards upward direction, here towards bottomward direction. In this particular point, the material energy is small or medium energy is stored, that particular energy is suddenly released. In that time, only medium or small amount of material is going to be elongated towards upward direction, here towards downward direction. Okay, like that, improper surface finish will be produced in higher speed. In lower speed, we can maintain good surface finish throughout the length of the sheet or component. Okay, like that, the speed of the rollers and radius of rollers and pressure also very important. 1 second. This one, T naught, T suffix T naught nothing but original thickness of the sheet, TF nothing but final thickness of the sheet. After rolled, they finally get desired shape and size. That particular thickness is called as a TF, final thickness of the component. Okay. Some defects produced in rolling higher speed and lower speed. Okay, in compared to the lower speed, in higher speed, maximum defects of components they can produced. One is first one is first defect. Okay, due to higher speed, the material is suddenly compressed. After completion of this particular process, rolling process, the material is come out from or come out between the two rollers. In that time, the compressed material is suddenly released, energy is stored energy is suddenly released. In that time, maximum this particular example, this one 10 mm thickness, the very difficult to maintain 10 mm thickness in higher speed, because the energy is stored energy is suddenly released. In that time, small amount of elastic formation occurs. Elastic formation means after removal of force, the material is come back to original shape and size. Here also same, after compression of this particular material, small amount of material is elastically deformed. Okay, the 10 mm is converted to 12 mm. In that higher speed, very difficult to maintain the uniform thickness. That is the first defect. Second defect, okay, due to sudden compression of the material, here one point the maximum amount of material is going to be elastic deformation. Some other point only medium amount of elastic formation is present. In some other point less amount of elastic formation is present. Okay, in maximum elastic formation, in that time maximum amount of material is elastically deformed. In medium amount of material is elastically deformation. In lower elastic, the only lower portion of the material is elastically deformation. In that time, improper surface finish of the component is produced in throughout the length of the component. These are all two defects is very important. Two defects are produced in higher rolls. One is improper surface finish throughout the length of the component. One more is very difficult to maintain the uniform thickness throughout the length. Okay, these are two defects in higher rolling components or higher roller speeds. Okay, friction Also very important because of rotated between opposite direction of both the rollers, the friction is created between both the rollers. Okay, in that time also small amount of material is wear out. In that time also very difficult to maintain good surface finish. Then the where exactly maximum pressure or maximum compression of the material, either entrance or exit or center of the rollers. Okay, that one, this particular curve is very important in rolling process. Okay, along x direction, see here, along x direction you can consider as direction of roller. Along y direction you can consider a force or load. Okay, along x direction the material is moving towards rightward direction, left to rightward direction. Okay, that entrance and exit. Along y direction, due to rolling pressure, the force or load is acting on particular material. Okay, that one you can consider along y direction. Suppose the rollers are rotated in opposite in direction, you can put the material or sheet in between the two rollers. In entry of the rollers, only small amount of force is or load is required in entry region. Once the that one moving entry to center, okay, in that time maximum amount of force or load is required. Okay, in the center of the rollers, center of rollers nothing but this one. Okay, 1 second, visible, right?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, which one is center, which one is exit, which one is okay, here. Here both the rollers, only this much portion is contact between both the roller as well as the workpiece material. Here this particular point is called as a entrance, this particular point is called as a exit. Okay, this particular point exactly center of the length of arc of contact is called as a peak point or compression point. Okay, this one the curve is divided into three categories. First one entrance, peak point or peak load, last one exit. Okay, that one only shows in graph. Okay, at entry region, small amount of force is required, only small amount of load or force is required to fit between the both the rollers. Once that particular material is introduced in between the both the rollers, continuously the sheets or material is going to be moving in between the both the rollers simultaneously up to this particular entrance to center of the roller. In that time the force or load also increased because of, what is the main reason? Okay, because of material thickness. Okay, the maximum thickness of the material, the compared to the roller gap, the material thickness is very large. That's why the force or load is increased from entrance point to peak point. Okay, in exactly center of the rollers, maximum amount of force or load is required. That particular force or load is called as a peak pressure. Okay, compared to entrance and exit, exactly center of the roller, the maximum amount of force or load is required. That particular load or force is called as a peak pressure. Why exactly center of the rollers only maximum force or maximum load is required means, exactly center of the rollers only maximum amount of compression is present. Okay, due to maximum compression, maximum force or load is required to compress the or reduce the thickness of the component. Okay, further that one the material is continuously, the material is moving left to rightward direction in between the two rollers. Exactly center, the maximum load or force is required. After complete compression of the material, further the load curve is decreased along the up to exit point, because here only the maximum amount of material is compressed. Further no need to no need to apply the maximum force or maximum load. Okay, in that time the curve or force is decreased up to exit point. Okay, here this curve is indicates, see here, the entry point and exit point same force is required, and exactly center maximum amount of force is required. This particular curve is applied for only in no slip condition. No slip condition. What is the slip? What is mean by slip? What is mean by slip? Slip nothing but the rollers are rotated without moving the workpiece material in between the two rollers because of slip. Okay, the both top and bottom rollers are rotated without moving of workpiece material. That one call it as a slip point. Okay, no slip point means both rollers upward roller and downward rollers are rotated. Along with the rotation of the rollers, the workpiece material is continuously moving in between the two rollers. That particular point is called as a no slip point. Okay, exactly center maximum amount of force or load is required in no slip condition. Okay, this particular curve produced in no slip condition only. Suppose the in slip condition the curve is imbalanced. Okay, in entry point small amount of force is required, in exit point some force, and yeah, this particular in exactly center maximum amount of force is required in exit condition. Compared to this one, either maximum or lower force is required. That is in slip condition. In no slip condition, both entry as well as the exit condition, same force or same pressure is required. In only exactly center of the roller, maximum amount of load or force is required. Any doubts? See here, this one entry condition, this one exit condition. This entry to exit is called as a length of arc of contact. Any doubts in this one?
No, sir.
Okay. This one variation of load or force in rolling process. Okay, next one. Different types of rolling mills. Okay, this one very important question. They can ask 8 to 10 marks. Explain with neat sketch different types of rolling mills. Here, first one is eye roll mill. Two eye roll mill, three eye roll mill. Okay, first one, this one, two eye roll mill. Second one, three eye roll mill, four eye roll mill, cluster roll mill. Last one, tandem roll mill. Okay, these are all different roll mills are used in rolling process. Okay, next class I will explain how reduce the thickness of material in between the two eye roll mill. Then what is the need of three eye mill? Then how to use four eye roll mills? Then what is the requirement of cluster roll mill? Here only two rollers are contact between the workpiece as well as the rollers. In four eye roll mill also two rollers are contact between the both two rollers contact with workpiece material. In three eye mill also same, two rollers are contact with workpiece material. Then two eye roll mill also two rollers are contact. Then tandem mill also two rollers are contact with workpiece material. Then what is the usage of? They can use more than two rollers in single operation. Okay, next class I will explain how to produce the component or workpiece material in between the 2, 3, 4 and cluster and tandem roll mills. Any doubts?
No doubts.
Who is next hour?